Hi there. Did you know that if you self publish a book as an author on Amazon, you can actually decide the end price? And if you listen to a song on Spotify, but only do it for like 29 seconds, the musician doesn't get any money. Well, in the case of Amazon, there is a cap, there is a limit on how high price you could decide, but you decide the price. And then you'll get something like 35% royalty. Pretty nice. But Amazon also gave you another option. You can go for 70% royalty instead if you like. What's the catch? Well, if you go for 70% royalty, Amazon decides the price. But if you go for 35% royalty, you can decide the price. And how do they set the price? Well, it's an algorithm that does it, of course, based on average prices on books on Amazon. And I guess if you're an author, you then start calculating and to see the difference. And then imagine you're a management book author, people like me. And then you look on the Amazon website and other websites and come up with the idea that, well, maybe $20 seems reasonable. And that would be the price you would suggest if you decided the price and got 35% royalty. And then you check with Amazon what would they suggest. And my guess is that they would suggest you $10. But then the outcome in your case would actually be the same. 35% of $20 for you as an author is the same as 70% of $10. So it would be the same. So what price would you choose? Well, I guess if you look on Amazon, you would realize that at least a lot of authors have come up with the conclusion that $10 is better. And I guess they think something like this: a lower price would create more sales. Not necessarily, but I guess some of them think about it that way. Now, why do they do that? Well, if you think about how that kind of system works, it seems like to be set to continuously drive down prices. And it means actually that this algorithm, or let's call it a business idea, delivers exactly what Amazon is trying to do, and that is low prices to end customers. And it's quite interesting to compare that to once upon a time when we had physical management books and the prices of them at that time. I would say that at that time, which would be something like 20 years ago, the price was something like $30. So what Amazon has achieved is, roughly speaking, by creating this digital strong position on the market, is to drive down prices from $30 to $10 for a management book. And that's quite radical, not the least if you compare it to how life was 20 years ago. But then, what does it actually mean, or what does it lead to? Well, I don't have statistics on it, but as far as I can see, it seems like management books today, if they are digital and self-published on Amazon, are a little bit shorter compared to before. And my guess is that authors have come up with the conclusion that if they cut one book into two, they could still afford publishing books compared to historically. So what that means is actually that this business model is even changing what a book is. And this is something you already can see in the music industry. Well, the reason why you have to listen to a song more than 30 seconds in order to send some money further on to the musician is that that's the cap that Spotify has set. They have to have some kind of cap, I guess, since they have the idea that you only pay for the songs you listen to. And what has that led to? Well, it's actually led to that intros to single songs have changed character. Because as a musician, you need to make the audience listen longer than 30 seconds, otherwise, you would not get any money. So, actually, this business model of streaming has even changed how music as such is being played. Well, what I'm trying to say with these two small examples is actually that a business model is far more than something about how you charge someone. A business model could even change the character of a product and definitely of an whole industry. So, if you decide to change business model, you could create far more changes in your industry than you maybe have thought about before. And definitely in relationship to how maybe others in your market think about this industry. Cool, isn't it?